especially for the Kollel. The Kollel that Baruch Hashem is growing. To be honest, I did not prepare anything, but I was thinking just now what you could say. There's a story of Rabbi Wasserman. Rabbi Wasserman, he came to America and he was collecting money for his yeshiva. So, and he gave such a fiery speech. He gave a really good speech, and everyone said, "Wow, they're going to donate." Right? And then the Rav after him got up, said a speech, and said, even if you give a little bit, you're still a shutaf, you're still a partner with us. So everyone said, I'll give a little bit, and he destroyed the whole speech. So the Rav later realized what he did to Rabbi Chanan. He came to Rabbi Chanan and said, "Rebbe," he said, "I'm sorry for what I did." He goes, "Don't be sorry." He goes, when Moshe Rabbeinu came down, Hashem said, "Go tell Bezalel to go build a Mishkan." So what did Moshe Rabbeinu do? He went to every person. He said, "You're Bezalel?" He said, "No." "You're Bezalel?" "No." Right? He goes, they weren't the Bezalels. They weren't going to be the founders or the builders of the Beit Midrash or the Mishkan. Right? Baruch Hashem, everyone over here has a Zechut to be the founder. Everyone likes when everything is ready already. Right? When the yeshiva is already ready, everything is going on, then people, love giving. But when everything is in the beginning stages, sometimes people don't really, they're not so encouraged to give anything, right? But the honest truth is, right now everybody over here is considered to be the founders. B'ezras Hashem, we want to build this Kollel, and B'ezras Hashem, thank you everyone so much for coming. And I'll give a few words of pticha to Rabbi Emmanuel.
Rabotai, thank you so much everybody for coming. I know it was a hectic time between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. The purpose of this meeting is to see and to throw out ideas how we could make this Kollel grow. How we could make it grow, how we could make it bigger. The Kollel is making a lot of good progress. Yeah, that's a good word. A lot of good progress. We have men's classes, ladies' classes, children's programs. So, but we want to build it up more. We have 5 avrechim, Mina included, and we want to get 5 more avrechim. So I would like to name this campaign Adopt an Avrech campaign. You're probably going to feel there was this person, I'll tell a little story. There was this person, he came with his son to Chazon Ish. And while he was talking to Chazon Ish, the son swallowed a coin and starts choking. So the Chazon Ish, the father doesn't know what to do with the son. So the Chazon Ish runs up to the father and says, quick, he says, take him to Panuj Rav. Panuj Rav in those days was building the Panuj issue. He was very successful. He says, take him to Panuj Rav, he knows how to take money out of people. Yeah. So, I hope we don't make you feel like, we're choking you and, but we're here to motivate. We're here to motivate and to show that Kollel is going in the right direction, and Kollel is something that's needed. It's actually something that's needed for the betterment of the community, for the betterment of people. We have Baruch Hashem with us Rabbi Yosef Chiyayev, and he came all the way from Queens. He's a rabbi of House of Torah. Few things, okay? But he's willing to share a few words with us, and I'd like to welcome him to share some words with us. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Erev Tov. To wish everybody a Gemar Chatima Tova, B'ezrat Hashem. Baruch Hashem, very hectic time. I'm not here to say anything new. I'm sure you, a lot of you, Baruch Hashem, will learn, know pretty much more. Just to share an idea of what the value of a Ben Torah is, and the importance of learning Torah. Is an interesting Gemara in Masechet Makot, and Daf Yud Aleph. You know, there's a famous Gemara that talks about the concept of nidui. The Syrians have a very big custom on Erev Kippur to ask. They form a bedin. They don't do atarat kralot, atarat nidarim. They do atarat nidui. They take away nidui. Because you're coming before HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and if you're chayav nidui, let the mashgach ban, nobody's going to pay attention to you. And the Gemara says it's the concept of nidui al tanai is as dangerous as nidui itself. And it is brought down, the story with Yehuda, how Yehuda came to his father and he said to him, give Tena anar al yadi, give him to me. If I don't bring him to you, then chatati la'avi kol hayamim, I will be sinful before you for the rest of my life. And Chazal explained what it means. He cursed himself saying that if I don't bring him back, and it was a conditional cut, it was a stipulation. And he still ended up being in Nidui. And Nidui was that when it came time for him to pass away, and we know all the Shvatim, they were all brought out of Mitzrayim. So Moshe Rabbeinu was always trying to understand why is it that Atzmotav Shel Yehuda are not being calm when they were being transported to go to Eretz Yisrael, to their resting place. And it says over there, and we're going to be reading Zot HaBracha Be'ezrat Hashem. It says, Yechilu Uven ve'al Yamot ve'zot li Yehuda. And Chazal say, Kolotan mem shanim she'yu Yisrael b'midbar. All those 40 years Jewish people were in the Midbar. Atzmotav Shel Yehuda yimu gulgalim ba'alon. They were not at peace. At Sha'amad Moshe u'bikesh tav lachamim, till Moshe Rabbeinu got up there and he stood in prayer for him. Amar lefanav Ribono shel olam, said before him, Master of the world, mi galam de Reuven sheyodeh. Who was the one who caused for Reuven to make it all the way that high and admit his wrongdoings? So he says Yehuda. If Yehuda was the one who was mezakeh Reuven, Zod li Yehuda, this is what's going to be. It says Moshe Rabbeinu starts to pray for him. It says Shema Hashem kol Yehuda. It says Hashem, please listen to the voice of Yehuda. It says Al evrei l'shafa. It says his body went into its place. Rabba Makamai leli mitivta d'dakia, but he still was not allowed to enter the yeshiva shel Mala. They said to him, Moshe Rabbeinu said right away, ve'el amot v'yenu. You should let him come into the Bet Midrash, into yeshiva shel Mala. Rabba kayada lemishkal umitrach b'shmata. Didn't know how to do the whole back, carry on, the whole sugis back and forth, ba'adi rabbanan. Yadav Ravlo. He prayed for him again. Yadav Ravlo. He should be able to. So Gemara says, he did not know how to answer questions. Ezra mitzarav tiyeh, and then Chazal say that he was able to answer back. But you see that in the world to come, up there, we know Chazal say, em bo lo achila velo shtiya. There's no food, there's no drink. They don't put machia, they don't put all these delicacies on the table. The only thing they have over there is yeshiva. I don't want to lie to anyone that that you're going to come over there and you're going to think for a second. You're going to come there and they're going to give you whatever you were thinking of, your illusions and trying to have your expectations and ideas. Over there, the only thing you're going to get is a piece of Gemara, nothing else. They're going to give you a Gemara and this is what you're going to be Shakir V'Tari. That's what you're going to carry on. You see a tremendous concept. First of all, you learn from this Gemara that Tefillah does everything. You could pray, and whatever you normally cannot accomplish, you will accomplish. Tefillah does wonders. You could do supernatural things with derech tefillah. You pray. You have a child at home who's not doing so well in yeshiva. Yadav Ravlo, daven for him. Daven, he'll be able to. Ezel mitzarav tiyeh, you'll be able to point also back. You have to daven. You have to pour your heart and soul for the kids, Bezrat Hashem. But the idea is also, Olam HaElyon, over there, Yehuda, he was not able to enter the yeshiva. See the importance, the value of learning Torah, the chashuvut of learning Torah. Because you only get there what you pick up over here. And you have to pick up everything you can from here. Because if you don't pick it up here, they won't add it anywhere else. You're not going to get it. The chashivut of a makom Torah, a place of learning Torah also. Mano Rabbi Davidov, he mentioned the idea of having 10 people sitting and learning. No, it's going to become makom hashrat hashchina. As soon as you have 10 people, the Shekhinah is going to come, Kadma. The Shekhinah is going to come before. And you're going to have all the brachot. Once the Shekhinah is there, you're going to have Shlemut. Shalom will be there. You're going to have a completion. It will be a serious Mokam Torah. Something to envy and to be jealous. Is very important to have a Makom Torah. Every place where there's a Makom Torah is considered to be a built place. We know the Maram Masechet Megillah says that it's considered to be a city as soon as you have 10 people. No, you could build, you could do so much. And people should do everything they can to come. Chafetz Chaim simply says in the Akdama, says if in this world you have to eat to survive. You have to eat food. If you don't eat food, chas v'shalom, the neshama will leave. It won't stay. He says if it comes to ruchnis in this world, you have to eat to sustain yourself, to feed, to be healthy. That's what we daven in Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. We daven to Hashem to be able to live. Why? Why do we want to live? Because we want the neshama to stay with us. She should be able to accomplish more. That is the whole purpose. He says if in this world this is how it works, alachat kam v'kam, in the world to come where everything is spiritual, there you're going to have to do even more. So you have to collect everything right now, all the money that you're going to pay for things over there. You're going to be able to pay and to have entrance into the Bet HaMidrash. And there's yeshivot over there. You can go to many chabulot, many places to learn Torah. Besides the fact that learning Torah, there's no better geschmack, no better excitement there is for learning Torah than anything in this world. Nothing. And Chazal say, en simcha ka'atarat asvekot. You never become more happy when you resolve something. And the Gemara Baruch Hashem, every little thing, every step of the way, you have to always resolve things. And you just make yourself more happier. Baruch Hashem, I was able to grab onto this concept. Baruch Hashem, I was able to understand this. And you just build, you just grow. And there's so much in here that you, Baruch Hashem, can take out and take it with you. This is a nothing better, no bigger enjoyment than learning Torah. I, Baruch Hashem, got to know Emmanuel Baruch Hashem from many years ago. I remember when he just came to yeshiva in Queens, he says, I want to learn. He dropped whatever he was doing here, lo chashuv what, but he says, I'm going to learn. And he knew that to come to yeshiva, he'll be able to pick up, and he moved into a dorm, stayed over here, he used to go home once a week. But the whole purpose was what? Just learn more. He wanted to learn, Baruch Hashem, becoming somebody, Agav Rabbis, Mezakeh Rabbim. He's pushing the agenda. You know, Chazal say people who are Mezakeh Rabbim, they are able to accomplish a lot of things. And Zechut Rabbim Tlebo, and Lo Yechetah is not going to sin. He's not going to miss out in his purpose, in his plan, what he's trying to do, Bezrat Hashem. So it's a very good endeavor, a very great idea to do this right before Yom Kippurim, to have the idea, you know, and Rosh Hashanah we all have simanim on the table. You don't have to take the simanim off the table. You could keep them on throughout the whole year. Just put one siman on the table for the rest of the year. It's called the Kollel, night Kollel, Bezrat Hashem. And then you grow a kehillah, you grow a community. And that siman is going to be always there throughout the year to be militz yoshel, to say good things for you before Kadosh Baruch Hu. So it would be a good idea to add another siman. Put it on. You know, I remember one time Bezah Zafrani, he's saying something. He says, be gutsy. Because Baruch Hu gives parnasa. Hashem gives it. Whatever you spend on the mitzvah, Hashem is going to give it back to you. The whole ingredient is ha'aminu bi, trust. You know, trust in Hashem, and He'll give it to you. He'll make sure you get it. The whole point is to say, Hashem, you know what? I'm gutsy. I'll do this. I'm going to sit and I'll be able to come to a point of figuring out how I'm going to support the Kollel to make sure it works out. And you sit there and you don't have to, you know, you could test HaKadosh Baruch Hu with these kind of things. And Hashem, you don't have to test. Hashem will give it to you. You have nothing to worry about. No, Bezat Hashem, I want to wish Rabbi Davidov and the entire community, the entire Kollel, a tremendous hatzlacha. You should be well. You should do well, succeed. Bezat Hashem, grow a Kollel. Next year we come, we'll have another parlor meeting for 20 avrechim, Bezat Hashem. Don't stop. Keep going. Keep on going. You will grow, Bezat Hashem. You'll become somebody very special. So you grow here, and you have a greater accomplishments out there, Bezrat Hashem. Okay. Machatima Tova. Take this thing and make me walk away with it.
Thank you, Rabbi Chiyayev. Actually, Rabbi Chiyayev was my first Rebbe. When you mentioned that I went to yeshiva, He was my first Rebbe. Thank you. Atzlacha rabba, g'nam v'chatma tova. We have with us somebody, a special, very special person. His family is actually Mizakeh Rabim throughout the generations. Okay, Rabbi Avraham Suleimanov. When I was a little kid, I used to go to 41st Shul. Okay, long time ago. Yeah. So his grandfather, Mullah Chai, he was always there every day. I tell you one story. It's still boggling my mind. It was Rosh Chodesh night. Okay, Rosh Chodesh night, and I'm praying Shmona Esra, and I'm took three steps back, and I'm thinking, did I do Yalev Yavo or not? Did I do? Did I not do? And I'm thinking. So Mullah Baruch Hai comes up to me. He says, if you at night forgot Yalev Yavo, you don't have to go back. During the day, you have to go back. I'm like, how did he know that I'm thinking about that? How does he know this? You know how? Because when a person wants to help somebody else, when a person wants to help someone, he's gonna know what the other person is thinking. His family is like, his father is actually was a president of 41st Shul for many years. He's in Queens now, has his own big kehillah over there, 3-floor building, Binyamin, right and left, early and late, not right and left, early and late. And Rabbi Abraham himself has a shul, Bor Park. My father goes to him. He enjoys it. He has like a very beautiful, intimate minyan where you come and pray to Hashem. Nobody disturbs you. It's beautiful. I prayed there a couple of times. It's a beautiful. So we have a zechut that Rabbi Abraham is with us. We'd like to give him a few words. Chavot.
Okay. Bershut Kvod Rabbanim. My English is not so well. Bershut it's Bukhari talking only. Russian a little bit also. And English I'm very far from it, but like Rabbi Manuel said, דברים היוצאים מן הלב נכנסים אל הלב. באמת, it's something very important for the community to have Kollel. We just met the person, Rabbi Chiyayev, Baruch Hashem, very successful. And the Kollel is growing. The Balabatim, they like maybe 20 avrechim every day. They see my son stays in that Kollel the whole day, Baruch Hashem. Beautiful atmosphere. Baruch Hashem, Bukharian community growing in Queens. And that was a very good idea. Try to grow also in Borough Park, also in Flatbush. Especially Baruch Hashem, the Flatbush, it's Malay Talmidei Chachamim, with Rabbanim, that we could stay with them, learn with them. Linok min Torah that they have. And of course, like they said, that the Torah, it's a chayenu ve'orechemenu. The Gemara in Rosh Hashanah, it says there was two big rabbis, Abaye Rabba, right? So there was Mibnei Banav Shel Eli HaKohen. Mibnei Banav Shel Eli HaKohen. And there was a curse in the family, Bnei Eli HaKohen, that they should not live a long life. Right? So the Abaye, he lived, I think like 40 years, right? And the Rabbi lived more years, like 60 years, I think. Right? So this discussion in the Gemara, why this one live shorter life, the other one live a longer life, right? But they're supposed to live shorter than that, around 20 years, maybe before 20. Even living 40 years, it was a very long time for the mishpacha. So he was osek b'gemilut chasadim, right? And another one was learning Torah. I mean, gomel chasadim, and plus it was osek b'Torah, right? So we see from here that the Torah, it's mamash orech yameinu. It's no Torah, everything with nothing. Baruch Hashem, the Torah, what makes the person, what makes the Jew a Jew. You don't have the Torah, it's not a Jew. I'm sorry to say this. Right? So Baruch Hashem, to the people over here, trying to gather everybody, make it happen, make it mamash, and all this. I'm sure, I know this family, the Davidoff family, the other cousins that in Queens, they're trying to do a lot of things also. And Rabbi Emmanuel trying very hard. I know for many years he was a rabbi in Borough Park. He tried very hard also. I remember he used to come to the shul. He used to see how he was trying with the shurim, bringing people into Torah. And Baruch Hashem, now we came out with a beautiful idea to open a Kollel, and I'm sure the Kollel would succeed and with progress. Here, Baruch Hashem, now I heard 5 Talmidim, and we want to go up to 10, Baruch Hashem. Ready for 10 already? You ready for 10 already?
Ready.
Yeah, Baruch Hashem. So, and of course, this gathering was here for the support of the Kollel, right? I'm not a big speaker, like Rabbi Emmanuel said, we cannot, right? So Rav Kahane was a mamash gaon. He started to build a yeshiva, right? He had no penny in his pocket, he bought the building. I don't know how a person could do, but that's what the emunah and the bitachon and what the ma'alot of the such a people like Rosh Yeshivat Ponovich. Baruch Hashem, I'm sure that we could do it. One person, it's very hard, but we all get together. I'm sure we could do it, B'ezrat Hashem, with the help of everybody, whoever sitting here, whoever not here, right? Our neighbors, our family, our people that we know, right? Baruch Hashem, the people they're looking to help, to support, and B'ezrat Hashem we have to go out and look for such kind of people, and hopefully B'ezrat Hashem we're going to hear only good news, B'ezrat Hashem. And כתיבה וחתימה טובה לכולם.
I don't think we thanked Rabbi Baturo's family for hosting us. No, we didn't thank him. We want to say thank you to Rabbi Baturo's family for hosting us. For, this beautiful setup. It's good mitzvot, yeah. Hashem should bless you, but Mala. You and your family, your Rebbetzin, your kids, everybody. Is it chumash? If you have a chumash?
Yes.
But Rabotai, I don't want us to be just to speak, and we want to have an input from everybody. How you think we could make this bigger? How could make this baby? It's still a baby. How make it bigger? We have 5 avrechim, and we have the classes, and so we want to get more avrechim. And eventually, it's not the goal yet, but the goal is to get our own place. We're looking for a place where we could have Shabbatot, Yamim Tovim. So if anybody has any suggestions, I mean, we're ready to open, You could just start talking.
He told me no, so I won't do it. So that's
So tell everybody yes, and we'll do it.
B'chawad.
Thank you for that introduction. Usually say you have to start off praising the host. This way is the other way around. The host praised me.
I'm sure you get it a lot.
ברשותכם, ברשות כל הרבנים here, ברשות Rabbi David, I just want to say, like the host over here, he mentioned that Baruch Hashem, I have the Zechut of being involved in the community. We had Rabbi Chiyayev, he spoke, he's doing wonders in Queens. He's a rabbi, Bukharin rabbi, one of ours, but he's in Queens. We had Baruch Hashem, the rabbi, come from Borough Park as well. He's a Bukharin rabbi, Ostam Chacham. He's in Borough Park. Adam doesn't know what Flatbush is. Flatbush, Baruch Hashem, has a lot of Bukharians. We are very involved. As a Bachar, when I was still in Mikdash, I ate by Rabbi David's house, a couple times. I think one year even on Rosh Hashanah. I don't remember. Oh, maybe it was Erev Yom Kippur. Not on Yom Kippur. Erev Yom Kippur. But I just want to say that being a Bukharian rabbi in the Flatbush community, Baruch Hashem goes Queens, Baruch like this, that we evolved all around. I want to just point out, Rabbi David's vision is not just the Panvich Rav dreaming, and everyone's saying, oh, you're just a dreamer. What's going on? At the end of the day, the Panvich Rav, like he said, he was dreaming, but he wasn't sleeping. He was acting, and Baruch Hashem Panvich became what it is today, a world-renowned yeshiva. Flatbush has enough Bukharians. Whether it's, like he said, they are scattered, and Baruch Hashem, there's a lot of work to be done, and Baruch Hashem, the Queen's rabbis left, so I could say, it's on live, I don't know, whatever, I just want to say that Baruch Hashem, a lot of Brooklyn Bukharians know, we had a stickle, Baruch Hashem, our parents decided to move to Brooklyn and everything. It's a little different. Queens has an amazing revolution going on, a lot of Talmidei Chachamim, a lot of Bnei Torah, the Bal Batim are on Baruch Hashem, a high caliber as well, and Brooklyn, I'm not going to say we're far behind. We were ahead for years, and Rabbi David's vision to make this Kollel grow, to make it expand. I myself have sent a few people to the night Kollel. But Bezrat Hashem, for it to expand into something great is definitely something that's manageable, that's doable. And like he said, we need to work together. We need to get everybody, coinciding. Like Jonathan mentioned, Baruch Hashem, we're starting our own keynote over here in Flatbush as well. And that's the thing. Flatbush is big enough for, Baruch Hashem, for 2, 3, 5 kilot of Bukhar. I'm not even joking. There are enough Bukharians in Flatbush scattered throughout for us to have multiple shuls, and each one can coexist, send each other, speak by each other's events. Look, Baruch Hashem came here supporting him, and everyone, because why? The goal is the same for everybody. All of us, we want Baruch Hashem. There are enough Bukharian Bnei Torah in Flatbush, and we have the Zechut, the Sviva, Baruch Hashem, you have in Flatbush, you have the Ashkenazi Gdolei Torah, you have the Sfard, the Syrian, the Egyptian, everything, the Moroccan, the Bukharian, and also Baruch Hashem, we have a lot. We have Baruch Hashem, the people, we have the Sviva. All we need to, be me'ached one another. We need to combine, unite one another together, and make this a reality. And like I said, Rabbi David has these visions, has these plans, and they are definitely within reach. And Bezrat Hashem, this is one of the things to bring the Geulah, is everybody to come together, Bezrat Hashem, as one, in unison. And Baruch Hashem, the Kollel is functioning for quite a few years already, night Kollel, but it's about time. Like he said, it's high time that the Kollel expanded. Bezrat Hashem, with everyone's participants, everyone's enthusiasm, it could be something that, there's going to be a big Bukharian revolution, not only in Queens, but also in Brooklyn. So this is the time, Moshe Rabbeinu, when it came time, he said, Mila Hashem Elai. He said, who's with me? And only those that answered the call were Zocher, to the Gdula, to Chiyut, to life, to Chaim. Baruch Hashem right now, Rabbi David is hearing the same call. He's saying, Mila Hashem Elai. Whoever wants this, Baruch Hashem, we're all together. It's about time we answer the call. I just, mechila that I, put myself in. I feel that this is something that needs to be said. It's not a dream that's far out. If everyone can participate with enthusiasm, the people are there, the avrechim are there. We just need to, everybody's support, both financial and moral support. B'ezrat Hashem, I can't think of any better Zechut before Yom Kippur if everybody comes together. So B'ezrat Hashem, may Rabbi Davidov be extremely successful. May the Bukharins be Zocher and Flatbush. Not only all of Klal Yisrael, but right now we're focusing on the Bukharins. May the Bukharins and Flatbush as well be Zocher to have this revolution, have this growth, and have our own. In the shul, we opened up our shul in Teferet Torah's elementary school. One of the Balabatim over there that was coming before the class came and says, "What is this place usually?" I said, "It's an elementary school." He says, "Wow, who owns it?" I said, Teferet Torah. They have a few different things. He says, "Why can't Bukharins have such a thing?" I'm like, in Queens, Baruch Hashem, they have Baruch Hashem enough places. Goes, what about the Bukharins in Brooklyn? Lama Nigara. Why are we in less? And it's something that's definitely attainable. The B'ezrat Hashem could also expand keynote, shuls, schools, yeshivot, kollel, and everything. B'ezrat Hashem, it's going to happen. It's going to happen one way or another. Like Mordechai told us there. It's going to happen. It's not going to come from you. It's going to come from somewhere else. So B'ezrat Hashem, we all everybody here has the opportunity right now to be the one to say, okay, it's going to come from me. I want to be a part of that. B'ezrat Hashem, we all, let's open up our minds a little bit, be a little bit open-minded, be a little supportive and encouraging. B'ezrat Hashem, we'll be matzliach.
But I think Rabbi Emmanuel has a very great idea in his mind. So I'll try to express myself and to bring out the ma'alot and the potential that there is to his endeavor. So the way it seems to me, I can't say I know the Bukharan community, but as everybody's saying, so if the Bukharans are spread out over large area, so the idea would be that there's just like there were 12 Shvatim in Klal Yisrael, so there are different. Every group, we're all serving the same HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the same Hashem, we're all serving Him. There's only one. But there are different derachim, there are different paths that we take. So, definitely true that if Bukharans join together, there could be separate minyanim, separate shuls, like was mentioned before. But if there's one central place that would include all different facets of Yiddishkeit, that definitely would be beneficial for the Bukharans. Bukharans have one culture, a similar culture. They could join together. Would definitely be a chizuk. Ish l're'eyu ma'chazak. To me, it seems, I look it from the outside maybe, it's only what I was able to notice the last few years that I was involved. Tamim tiyeh Hashem Elokecha. We have Bukharans have a very distinct ma'ala. They want to be Tamim Hashem Elokecha. So basically what we're looking for is B'tmimut. We're not looking to outsmart anybody. We want to be Oved Hashem. If all of us could put our kochot, our knowledge, our experience together, so So that would definitely be beneficial. I think that it's a very great idea. You know, everybody wants to be everybody wants to be the best that they could be. So you join together. So that would be a way of nurturing your own culture. You're born with it. That's the way you're born. You could always gain different ideas from other groups, but basically you have to have your own group where you can, you need your own yeshiva for children, for older, for mesivta, bet medrash. That's very important. And kollel. I mean, it doesn't have to be dafka kollel. Definitely has to be makom Torah. That's definite. Like Rabbi Emmanuel mentioned, throughout the history of Klal Yisrael, it was only Mekomot HaTorah that made Yiddishkeit, for which Yiddishkeit survived. So definitely Mekomot HaTorah, that includes from primary, from 3 years old, 4 years old, it has to be Mekomot HaTorah. I mean, I think you have to keep that in mind as well. Kollel is definitely part of the idea, but I think it has to start from the bottom up. You know, you have your nature, your techunot, your characteristics. It has to be, you have to cultivate it, and you have to transmit it to the next generation. You have to start, I think, you should start with the little children. Something you have to keep in mind. And all these things, of course, it has to be supported with moral support and financial support. Just want to mention, just say a word. I think the Chavetz Chaim, it says in the Chavetz Chaim gave a mashal. He said that one day, when a regular person from the community, one day they come knocking at his door, the marshal comes from the court. You have to come to court right now. This minute we're taking you to court, there's charges against you. We're taking you straight to court and we're going to let you know what the charges are. So he says, but maybe I could bring somebody along that he didn't know what they want from me. We don't know what the charges are, but maybe I could bring somebody along at least to advocate for me, something to help me in some way. So he says, okay, yeah, I'll give you 5 minutes, get somebody to come along with you. So he knocks on his next door, he goes to his next door neighbor, he knocks on the door. Mama, she was with him together, they were best friends. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, he comes, knocks on his door. So, they're calling me to court, I have no time to waste. Please, come with me. Right now, come with me to court and, stick up for me, defend me in case I need some defense. So he says, what do you mean? How could you come knocking at my door now, 9 o'clock? You have to give me a day, 2 days notice. My day is planned for today. I'm sorry. I feel very bad, but I can't come. You didn't give me enough notice. It's not shayach. I can't. I have a whole day planned ahead of me. So then he thinks for a moment. He says, my best friend? Okay. So then he knows he has, somebody that sits on his table in shul, same table as him. Not as close as his next door neighbor, but he's still friendly with him. Maybe he'll go to him. Maybe he'll be able to come with him. So he goes to his house, knocks on the door, and he says, the marshal is here for me. Please do me a favor. They're taking me to court. No notice. I just came for me now. Please, maybe you could come with me. Help me. Give me some support in some way. So he says, he says the same thing. No, it's very short notice. I really I planned other things for today. But you know what? I'll walk with you. I'll go with you until the court entrance. I'll be malav. I'll escort you until the court entrance. But then I'm not going to be able to go with you further because I'm very busy today. What's that going to? Forget it. Not nagaya. Then he remembers there's a guy in back of the shul. He sits in back of the shul. Every day he walks in and he gives him a nice hello, a warm, friendly hello. He thinks, this guy is a nice guy. Maybe he'll come with me. So he finds his numbers, calls him up. He says, please, they came to me from the court. They came to me, they did no notice. They just don't notify me now. Maybe you could come with me. We know each other. We're good friends. He tells them, maybe you could come with me and help me out of the court. So he says, yeah, you want me? For sure, I'm going to come with you. I'll take you the whole way. I'll go with you into the courthouse, and I'll defend you until you're free, until you're off the hook. The Zechut Chaim said, same thing. A person in this world, he has three friends. He has three friends. His best friend, that's his money. He's closest with his money. That he feels best with. It's always there for him, his money, whenever he wants. He could spend it, he could use it. He buys whatever he likes with it. That's his closest friend, his money. Then he has family. Yeah, family and friends, acquaintances, that's the next. They're not as close, his money is better, but they're also good to have around. The furthest friend, that's his Torah mitzvot. They're also good. He does Torah, he learns Torah once in a while, he does mitzvot. Those are also his friends. But you know what? When a person dies, what's the first thing that stays behind? His house and his money. Goes out the door, bye-bye Charlie. That's it. That's it. Doesn't go with him 1 foot closer to the grave. His family, they walk into the grave. They follow him to the cemetery. But then they say goodbye to him, and that's it. But what's the thing that goes with him all the way up to Shamayim, till the Kisei HaKavod? What goes with him? His mitzvot and ma'asim tovim. He didn't think of them so much in his lifetime. He did it. You have to do it. You have to do little lav, etrog, Yom Kippur. He does it. He didn't think so much of it. But that's the thing that goes with him all the way up to Kisei HaKavod. So that's something that we have to think of, Rabotai. So especially now during Aseret Yemei Teshuvah. So let's think of that. The mitzvot, that's the most important thing. And for us, for the Chan community, I think this is a very important thing, extremely important thing. You have a group together, you have to, like you're saying, they're spread out, you have to bring it together, and you could be mechazek, one minyan can be mechazek, like was mentioned before. It's not a contradiction. One minyan is mechazek, another minyan. We need moral support, financial support, and that way we'll be zachet to kitiva v'chatima tova.
It's appropriate to start to speak of the host, of course. We wouldn't have this if the host wouldn't open his doors to allow us to come in here to enjoy the company, to enjoy the food, and of course to enjoy the speeches also. I see a lot of people here who I knew a lot of people here when I was younger. I think most people here are a little older than me. But we all once lived here in Bar Park on a Flatbush, more or less. And we all had what to do with each other. I'm actually eager to say hello to every single one of you, as we have a lot of catching up to do. Many, many years. But we all got separated. What separated us? Why did we get so separated? Sort of, I just mentioned the closest thing to a person is, of course, his money. And everybody saw, you could buy a nicer house, a cheaper house in Queens. Why should I live in Bar Park? So the money took him to Queens. Or money took him to off the derech, maybe even. Who knows? Many places. Many places. Money separated us. And so, money separates, and I think, if I remember in 5th grade, in science class, they told us that, I don't remember what they're called, electrons, neutrons, I don't remember exactly, but they spin around somewhere inside of you, and they're far apart, but there's something connecting them. They don't know what it is. Call it energy, call it a force, something's connecting them. I'll try to define that something in a moment, but there's something connecting. What's connecting? So Emmanuel just mentioned that I agreed right away, right? I'm not on the payroll, I'm here to learn, I'm here to teach. And you know why I agreed right away? Because I learned from my lifetime, which is very small, very short. I still have a black beard, but so far what I've learned was that the uniting force of any two people spread apart is learning Torah. I'll prove it. I've learned in the yeshiva in Chicago for many, many years, in Telz, and I made a lot of friends. Baruch Hashem. Today, I think my entire class, my age, today, let's say by the end of the age of like 22, it went like from class from 9th grade that started 28 boys. It went down to like about 10. I think every single 10 of us are all in different places of the world today. None of us are in the same zip code, for sure not. For sure not. And many of them I haven't seen in maybe at least 10 years, maybe even more. But whenever we meet, and guess where we meet? Part of meetings like this. This is usually where we meet. We want to support morally, even monetarily, we want to support. So we come together. And it's like as if the 10 years never happened. As if, oh, hi, how you doing? What's going on? As if I just saw him yesterday. What's connecting us? Why are we so close? The force is because we learn together. Because we learn together, I could today call a friend in Eretz Yisrael and get me an apartment. If I'm going to Eretz Yisrael, I need an apartment, I can get an apartment, 1, 2, 3. Because I learned with somebody, I haven't seen him in 20 years. But today I could call him in Chicago and say, a sefer came out and it's only in that store. Could you get it for me? I'll have it the next day. I could call someone in St. Louis and I could say, you know, I got an offer to be a Rebbe in the yeshiva there. Can you tell me what's going on inside over there? I'll have a report in a half a day, a full report. Where do you get friends like this? Not on the streets. I have friends who also ended up on the streets. And they're either in rehabilitation centers, in the grave already, or maybe even worse places. Those people I don't keep up with so much. There's actually one person who I see from time to time. I'm still trying to catch him, but he passes on my block. I want to go over to him. There's no connection there. He didn't learn much when he was in yeshiva. We didn't, there was no connection there. The connection was the learning. So when Rabbi Emmanuel asked me to come, to be mechazek, to come to learn, to teach, what I saw was that this is a place where we could learn and we could unite. True, everyone's scattered, but that doesn't make a difference. If everyone's learning here, I have no doubt in my mind, anybody who's here, you're here because you appreciate the value of what we're doing here. I don't have a question about that. And I'm sure everybody's learning at least 2.5 hours a day. That's pashut, that's obvious. The question is where? The question is, are we alone in a shul somewhere? Are we listening to an audio shir? Are we in a classroom? Whatever. Everyone's in a different place. The idea here is that we need to, the money that separated us should come now and bring us back together. And the way it's going to bring us back together is that if we concentrate and we focus, it should be one place. Where in this place is going to be central. Here, people who want to learn will come. People who want to teach will come. People who want their children to learn with someone, children to just have where to be and belong, they have somewhere to be. And the zip codes don't matter. It really doesn't matter. What matters is that we come, we're there. Once you're there, you'll realize very quickly how much money is needed, and you'll realize how easy it is to give it, because you're there. It's your place. You belong. You learn. You teach. You belong. Once you belong, nothing matters. I'm not going to say the name, but somebody who we all know here, I'm pretty sure every single person here knows who I'm talking about. I'm just not going to say his name because it's not really relevant. But he shared with me that when he was in a campaign, he was trying to build something, and he had a relative who was helping him tremendously. After a few years, his relative stopped the big checks. He asked his relative, he says, "What happened?" He says, "Look, there's no doubt in my mind you're doing wonderful. There's no doubt in my mind. But I don't attend there. I'm not connected there. My money's connected there. But there's a place a few blocks away from me. My kids go there. I pray there. I learn there. I see what it needs. I see what it requires. I'm pulled. I have to reroute the checks there." And this person understood. He said, "You're 100% right," because that he was in the same business, and he understood that what unites us is that we're all learning together. Everybody's learning. Everybody's striving to grow. Everybody. There's no question. But when it's united, then everybody realizes like he's saying, with ideas, everybody knows what the ideas are. Once you attend and you learn, and you commit to a place, and you commit to a Rebbe or to a avrech, you'll have no questions. We won't have to make a parlor meeting to introduce any ideas. The ideas are there, the introduction is there. It'll just be a parlor meeting to go from 10 million to 20 million. That's all what it's going to be about. It's not going to be about, growing from baby to whatever. That's obvious. So what everyone needs to realize is that your personal attendance and your commitment that this is my place where I grow. This is my place. And it's so appropriate that it came out on a Aseret Tshuva. Sorry, Aseret Tshuva. Sorry. I'll tell you why it's appropriate. Because the whole Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, we're saying Chaim, Chaim. We want life. Okay. There's different levels of life. I know somebody who's living, but he's on a respirator. Not really such a geschmack way of life. Not really such quality of life. Very, very poor quality of life. And we all know we all have baggage. That we're going to come on Yom Kippur. We're going to ask Hashem, please get rid of our baggage. Averot are piling up. It's very hard here in Galut. A lot of nisyon, a lot of challenges. And we want Hashem to take the load off. Clean us out. Completely clean us out. But how? We can't do it in one shot. Anybody who thinks that he's going to say al chait and he's a tzaddik gamur and he's never going to do any avirot and he's clean is making a very big mistake. You're in denial, you're in dreamland. You're dreaming. And you're sleeping also. You're walking, talking, but you're sleeping. The Rabbi Yosef says, the way to guarantee that you're going to come out chayim, but with a quality of life chayim, is you didn't make any big changes today. You didn't give any big dollars today. But you put yourself on a road, on a path, that the destination of that path is perfection, growth. It might take another 50 years. It might not even happen with yourself. It might really spill over more to your children. But you're on that path. That path is going to take you there. Certain, for sure. So you have to put yourself on a path. That path is that somebody could look at you and say, oh, he belongs there. This Makom Torah is his. he speaks like they speak. He wears those clothes. He has that kind of phone. He has that kind of suit. Because his place where he learns changed him. It elevated him. It might be baby steps for another 50 years, but he's on the path. He could come on Yom Kippur and say, I put myself on a new path. I went to a parliament meeting, and there was raw ground, no tiling, nothing. And we committed to pave the road and make a nice pavement. Where is it going to take me? It's going to take me that I'm going to belong to a solid Makom Torah. Solid. And solid means that it's available 24/7. There's always people learning there. There was always people coming to learn there, people to teach. Always. Always. It might not happen in the next 20 years, I don't know. But we started it, and it's solid. It's paved. Like this. Solid. A few cracks, but that's normal. That's 100% normal. But this is the chayim that we want. Eitz chayim lamachazikim ba. The Torah is a log that is life. When someone's drowning, what's he looking for? A piece of wood, something to grab onto that's going to save his life. The Gemara says, Eitz chayim hi lamachazikim ba. If you're machazik, you're holding on. Not you touch it here and there. You have to hold on to the Torah. That means that your commitment in tzedakah, your commitment in where your money goes, where your feet are going to take you to learn, where your feet are going to take you to pray, is where the Torah is. That's Eitz Chaim. It will be Chaim. When we come and we're going to ask Hashem tonight, tomorrow, and on Yom Kippur, give us life. So the Gemara tells us, Eitz Chaim. Connect yourself to the source of life, and you'll have life. Plug yourself. Make a place where that's your charging station. That's your little hub. If you commit to it, you attend, you show your face, you come with your kids, you host the meetings, you're on the road. I don't know how long it'll take. I really don't know. But it's a path. It will definitely take us there. There's no question about it. Because we all have the same goal in mind. We all want to learn and we all want to grow. The way you grow is you stay connected to the source of life. The Torah is our source of life. Because the only reason why we're here today, we all live in different zip codes. The reason why we're here is because of the Torah. That's why we're here. So let's put our minds together, put our feet together, come to the same place, learn together, pray together, put our checks in the same pushka, and like that we're going to come out confidently saying, Hashem, give us life, because I started a new path in my life. I'm connecting to your source of life. We should all be zochem mitzvah.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Yeah.
Continuing on. Thank you, Rabbi. Wow. Just to latch on to what Rabbi was saying, the Torah connects us. Rabbi Chaim Wassman had a son, Rav Simcha Wassman. He was a rabbi here in America, in LA. He was trying places. So he knew a college professor. He wasn't Jewish. College professor was not Jewish. So the college professor asked Rav Simcha Wassman, said, "What's the difference between you and me? You're a teacher and I'm a teacher. You teach students, I teach students. What's the difference between you and me?" So he asked him, "How many students do you have throughout your life?" He says, "Oh, thousands." He says, "Any of your students got married?" He says, "Yeah, of course, sure, yeah, of course they got married." Did any of your students invite you to their wedding? There's not even one. He says, that's the difference between you and me. Yeah. By us, a student cannot have a wedding without his Rebbe. Why? Because there's a connection. The Torah connects us. Doesn't matter where we live, doesn't matter where we are, what location we are. But Torah is the connecting factor. You could save somebody's life. Midrash was famous mashal. You could save somebody's life. If somebody's drowning, you save his life. He'll tell you thank you. He'll make a party for you, and that's it. He'll send you a card once a year, but there's no connection. But if you learn with somebody, that's the Torah is the ultimate connection. You feel inseparable. Thank you for those beautiful words, Abakar. We have with us a special guest, Mr. Yitzchak Shalamov. He joined us. He also comes to Kollel with his sons, with his grandchildren. Unbelievable how they come. You see the generations of people coming to learn. Bichavot, few words. Share with us, please, few words. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Shana Tova, Shana Atzlacha, Shana Briyut, Shana B'ezrat Hashem Torah Kedusha, Shana Shalom Bayit, Shana Parnasa Tova. We are on this between 10 days. B'ezrat Hashem, we already passed Rosh Hashanah. We believe 100%, all of us, Zechut, Torah, Kedusha, Zechut Avot, Zechut Rabbanim, Zechut Tzadikim. We will have, B'ezrat Hashem, this year of Matzliach, to Kollel Israel. In Shalom Bayit, to our homes, Yerushalayim Kodesh, Eretz Israel, all Al-Olam. We're living now not time which is not quiet time, very everyone knows all world now is boiling. But we are very calm. Only Jewish nation, very calm. We are like in the stomach of mother, 9 months. We don't hear nothing. We just sitting inside and through mommy we eat our food, enjoying learning Torah inside. We don't know what's going on in the world. But I gotta tell you to Rabbi Emmanuel Davidov and all Rabbanim here, you have to be, all of us have to be Sameach B'Chelko. Whatever we have to be happy. Don't be the pressure. You don't have enough. Of course, you have to try to make more because we have, Baruch Hashem, a big room for 50, 60 people to learn. I want to bring in some sample. We then came over here almost 30 years ago. No Aleph, no Bet. We are all of us from the country of communist, which is everyone knows. We lost, no issue what, everything. Old people hiring, learning, davening, and all mitzvot of the Torah. Very nesrut nefesh. Very hard was something. They took him to Siberia. And not was easy to our country. We came here. But Baruch Hashem, with Zechut Avot, we came back. We are now again on the train, learning every night, Baruch Hashem. But our children, our grandchildren already in the yeshivot, which is we didn't have the 70 years in the time of communists. And I want to make a little bit your heart elevated.
Thank you.
I want to bring some sample, Rabbi Reich, who somebody knows him. he is in the list from 200 people. 200 people he is under his shul, big shul he had. In the now, everyone, everywhere, mostly in the Queens, they move. Everyone, everywhere, 5 town, Queens, somebody different, New Jersey, somebody Lakewood, even Muncie. A lot of people from this shul becoming Baal Toshua, becoming Baruch Hashem, many Talmidei Chachamim. I remember Bakayev was 5 years old, 30 years old. Bakayev, remember Bakayev? He also was many Rabbanim, young Rabbanim. But now maybe 10 or 15 families now davening by his shul. Small shul now becoming, because time. He did his, but even if he doesn't have right now like 200, 300 people, but everywhere from his shul, thousands now children becoming. This is his Zechut. You also, whatever you have now on your hand, you are saying Baruch Hu Baruch Shemo. And Bezrat Hashem, we have quality learning over there. Many Rabbanim, every 2, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people sometimes. But you don't forget, we have Askarot at night, we have Merepriati at night. We have to be also not only, there is Cheret, Kadmon LeTorah, it says. In Bezrat Hashem, I just want to make you happy. You're not alone. First of all, Hashem with you, and all of us with you. And Bezrat Hashem, we're growing. It will be, now you just start. Just slowly now moving. Bezrat Hashem, you're coming to 200 people, and asta going to Yerushalayim, recalling everyone, Bezrat Hashem. I wish all of you, Bezrat Hashem, don't miss learning Torah, and everyone who has, of course, neighbor, who has some relatives, anyone bringing somebody in the right place, getting Zechut. And Bezrat Hashem, my wishes to you should be success and Arbe Simcha and Nachat for your families, your homes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please.
Is it 5 minutes? Huh? Gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Gonna do 5 minutes.
After all the pledges.
Huh?
After all the pledges.
Staying late? Make it like, where's the chumash?
The gray one. Yeah.
Parashat Kitavo. Yeah. Just something short. Not long. Something very short. Parashat Kitavo, it's talking about Bikurim, Maaser Sheni. Okay, during Beit HaMikdash times, B'mirabi Aminu, when it's going to be rebuilt, we're going to take every 4th year and every 7th year, we're going to take Maaser Ani to Yerushalayim to eat in Yerushalayim. Okay, and when we go, we have to make a declaration. We have to make a declaration telling Hashem, now, it's after I have my produce, the whole year I'm growing it, and like 10% I have to take and give it out in Yerushalayim. I have to take it to Yerushalayim and give it out over there. Before I give it out, I have to make a declaration that I fulfilled everything that Hashem told me. I did everything correct. ככל מצוותיך, like all of your mitzvot, asher tzivitani, that you commanded me, לא עברתי מצוותיך ולא שכחתי. I didn't do anything wrong. Okay, Rashi calls it hitvada shinatan masrotecha. A person confessed that he gave masrot. So the question is, what's a confession? We all know what confession is. Right now we're dealing with confessions all day long. Yom Kippur, we're going to do 5 confessions. Okay? Confession means I did something wrong, I sinned, I'm sorry, I did it. So over here, a person is saying, I did everything correct. Rashi says it's a confession. So what kind of confession is this? What kind of confession is this? So Sifri explains that it says here, V'amarta lifnei Hashem. Lifnei Hashem comes to add something. It could have said V'amarta le Hashem, but it says Lifnei Hashem. Lifnei Hashem means I'm not letting, if it would say V'amarta le Hashem, it means I'm saying new information, something that the person that I'm confessing to doesn't know. Lifnei Hashem means I'm telling Hashem things that he knows already, but the point of confession is not to let Hashem know that I'm doing something wrong. It's taking responsibility and confessing. So over here, person, when he says, I did everything correct, he's actually taking responsibility for his actions that he did everything correct. So that's a higher level of vidui, higher level of confession. Now, Oznaim Torah says, and Rabbi Moshe Feinstein also says, this type of a confession, I did everything correct, not everybody could say. Who could say I did everything correct? A person that knows that he has to tell Hashem, I did everything correct, will take responsibility. That's why it's a higher confession, higher level of confession. A person will take responsibility for his actions that when he comes to Hashem, he's going to say, I did everything correct. So his life is going to lead in the proper way. In the proper way. Okay? And Davka by Maaser, Davka by Tzedakah, this concept is. Davka by Tzedakah, you have to make this confession. Now, Oznaim Torah asking a question, he says, we say on Rosh Hashanah, Ki zocher kol hanishkachot ata. You remember Hashem, all the, whatever we forgot. What does that mean? There's four types of people. A person could make a avera and forget about it. Okay? Doesn't feel bad, forget about it. Hashem will make sure he remembers that avera. Person could make a mitzvah and forget about it or minimize it. Hashem will make sure he remembers that mitzvah and reward the person properly. Or person could remember that he did avera constantly. Okay? He feels bad constantly. So Hashem will make sure to forget that avera. Or a person could say, I did this mitzvah. So he always self-congratulates him. I did this mitzvah, and he makes sure people know about it. So at the end, Hashem will make sure he forgets about it. Okay? So we're not supposed to take pride in mitzvot. We're supposed to take pride, but don't make it known. But Maaser Sheni, by Maaser Ani, by Maaser Ani, but Tzedakah, Hashem wants us to say, look, I did everything correct. He wants us to be proud. When it comes to Maaser Rabotai, Hashem wants us to be proud. Hashem wants us to tell others, look, I did this. Because it's going to motivate the other person to also do the same thing, or do even better. So Rabotai, my wish is we should motivate each other. We're opening a campaign page. We're going to start it today, I hope. Today till Yom Kippur. Okay? And please open up pages, teams. We have friends, I have friends, whatever it is. But please help motivate others. I want us to be motivated to take this further and to fulfill this idea for our own benefit. Thank you everybody for coming. And I hope we all have Gemar v'Chatima Tova, and we should be with Mashiach in Yerushalayim very soon.
Amen.
Thank you everybody for coming. First lesson.
חיים